What started out as a random trip to TJMaxx and Marshall's during Cousins Weekend has turned into a spring wardrobe situation. How you doing? I discovered pieces from brands like Ted Baker and Paige Denim to Club Monaco and Tahari. Tahari, lots and lots of Tahari, which you will see in this video, and I'm so excited to share everything with you. I'm going to try to not make it a long video. But first, if you're new here, welcome. I am Wil Mikahson. Here we explore the world in style where fashion meets lifestyle and a travel adventure always awaits. I would love for you to join me on this journey. You can do so by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every single time I load a new video. So as many of you saw in my Cousins Weekend vlog, we were all going, not all, I started going shopping and kind of like encouraged my cousins to go shopping for our white elephant gifts. And I stumbled upon some really, really nice pieces. Even before Cousins Weekend started, there was a clip where I ran into Marshall's because we got on the island a little early, and I found sweaters for $3 and $6, and there was another one that had no price, and the lady was like, how does $3 sound? And I was like, absolutely. And the original prices of these pieces were $88, $98, $78. So I just kind of started that weekend. We all kept running around going to TJMaxx and Marshall's trying to find these amazing finds. And then I kind of kept that same energy when I came home back to New Jersey and started just popping into random TJMaxx and Marshall's. And before I knew it, about a month had passed and I had an enormous amount of new clothes that I kind of look at and I'm like, this is my new spring wardrobe. Some pieces are heavier than others. Some pieces are lighter than others. There's going to be some short sleeves, some long sleeves. But I think that that's what spring is about, especially in the world that we live in with climate change and global warming. You know how you see those TikToks where it's like you wake up and it's winter and by noon it's spring and by the afternoon it's like summertime all over. Like it's just insane. You never know what you're going to get. So I feel really, really excited to infuse a bunch of newness into my wardrobe that was kind of drab and needed. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of neutrals and basics in here, but I just needed a refresh. I needed a bunch of new things. Fun fact, I did not own a pair of jeans prior to this video. I had got rid of them when I put on a bunch of weight and I hadn't purchased any jeans since. And then I just started wearing Joey's jeans. And I'm just really, really excited to have picked up a lot of jeans and not dress pants, but just like different kind of jeans and things that are mine. I don't know, I'm just in this space, we're gonna talk about it in a future video, where I am just in this mode of revitalization, not reviving, because reviving brings things back to its original state. I want to revitalize, give new life to so many things in my life, whether it's my fashion, / wardrobe, we talked about this. I'm not gonna ramble any further. Let's get into these pieces. Okay, so starting off first, we're gonna talk about this spider jacket. This is what started the entire, really because we were bored and we got to the island early. That's what started the whole thing, but when I walked in, this was amongst one of the first things that I found, and it's this really, really nice white, lightweight spider raincoat, parka, windbreaker. It has the mesh on the inside. I love that it says spider just so like elegantly in the back right there. A really, really nice jacket that I picked up for $29.99 and it was originally $119. So this was definitely a steal. And we have not entered the realm of the red tags and the yellow tags, which we'll get into, but I found out that the red tags are just clearance. Yellow tags are final clearance. Note to self. So this really, really nice top here, it's a white short sleeve polo-esque, it is a polo. It doesn't have buttons here. You'll see in a lot of these tops that I share with you guys by Tahari or Tahari that they have this V-neck, this sort of like open V-neck with no buttons, and it's just a really, really nice elevated way to wear a polo. I think it dresses up a polo a little bit more. So this is really nice. You'll see that I have this in two other colors. I have this white one, a cream one, as well as a navy one. But this I picked up for $15, originally $78, so steal. And I love that it's sort of like knitted in the front and on the sleeves. And then on the back, it's just solid. This material feels like terry cloth, but I know that it's not terry cloth. I'm very surprised. This is 40% cotton, 29% nylon, and 29% modal, and 2% elastane. Now, I will tell you with this one, I was very, very shocked. Most of the other pieces I'm in a size medium or large, depending on the cut. This and the other two that I picked up, I'm a size small. I cannot understand for the life of me how I'm a size small in this, but we thank you. This piece here is by Tahari. I paid $16 for it, originally $78. This is a long sleeve polo. And I love that it has sort of this line detail around the collar here. It does have 2 buttons. And I think that that detail around the collar just sort of elevates it and makes it feel like not just a boring, plain, long sleeve polo. And you'll see that in a lot of these pieces, I chose to go with neutrals. I know it's spring, and spring is supposed to be like pastels and light colors. And we'll get into a little bit of color. But my color palette, you guys know, is very neutrals, grays, monochromatic kind of thing. So this jacket here is by the brand Porter and Ash. I feel like sometimes with the Tahari pieces and other brands, I feel like they make pieces for TJ Maxx and Marshalls, kind of like how they say the Coach outlet makes pieces specifically for the outlet, and then there's Coach pieces for the store, the actual retail store. I feel like certain brands like the Tahari pieces, it's hit or miss. But this brand, Porter and Ash, which seems to be a very, very nice brand, I think it's solely for those stores. But this is a faux suede zip-up bomber jacket in this beautiful cream color. I love it. It's comfortable. The zipper is really nice. Nice silver hardware. I picked this up for $29.99. Again, they don't show any retail prices, so I feel like this is the brand that's specifically for them, which is fine. If you guys do get a chance to go into a TJ Maxx or Marshall store near you, the Porter and Asher brand are really, really nice. I'm sorry, Porter and Ash. My cat's name is Asher. But it's a really nice brand. They have some nice things. I do find that their pieces are cut kind of slim. I picked this up. This is a size large. Yes, this is a size large, and it fit me well. But their shirts fit super small. This piece here is a short sleeve Tahari. This feels like a very classic polo shirt. 3 buttons, nothing fancy. I picked it up in a size large. This was not on clearance. I got this for $16, $16.99. It was originally $68. I feel like you just kind of can't go wrong with a basic polo. Now these 2 sweaters, don't kill me. I know you think that they're the same, but they're not. They're both they both kind of give you cable knit. This one here is more of like a wider, looser cable knit. This is one of the ones I picked up in the Outer Banks for $6, originally $78. And this one here I also picked up on clearance. I got it for $15, originally $78. The difference with these two is, like I said, this is a wider cable knit, and this just has like zigzags. That's the design. So it's like cable knit's younger, zestier little brother. But I feel like you can't have enough of like just a really nice cream long sleeve sweater. And they're not the lightest, but they're not super heavy either. So I feel like they're great for spring. If it's like a chilly day, you can definitely rock those. Moving on to pants, I am so excited that I have infused a lot more pants into my collection. It's been a long time since I've had pants of my own. I've been wearing Joseph's because I'm just like, I'm not buying pants until I find something that's a decent price point for me to purchase if my body's not where I want it to be. And I feel like finding these things on clearance is a great way to say, you know what? I'll drop a couple bucks on a pair of pants that are good pants, jeans, dress pants, whatever. Let's get into them right now. So this pair here is a Ralph Lauren performance pair of pants. They're not khakis. I feel like this is for the lacrosse dad, the soccer dad who, you know, is standing alongside the field in like a really cute 3/4 length zip up, a dad hat, some nice, you know, dressy sneakers rolled up, giving like sporty. And I'm in my lacrosse dad era because, as you guys know, you guys may not know, our daughter plays lacrosse. Oh, it's called a golf khaki. I said they're not khakis. They are, maybe the color's khaki, but it says golf khaki. I got these in the 36, 32. They're a little long for me, so I'm gonna just get them tailored. The original price was $125, and I paid $15 for these. This pair of jeans, you guys, I am completely obsessed. This is a brand called Johnny O from Santa Monica, California. I've never heard of them before in my life. I'm very, very intimidated by the world of jeans. People, the jeans world, you know how like those of us in the luxury world or like the watch world, the fragrance world, all these niche areas of fashion, if you will, they can be intimidating to someone who's not really well versed in it. And that's how I feel about jeans. My cousin Mark, who I love dearly, who is super intelligent on multiple levels and probably everything, he is a jean aficionado, like selvage denim, like he knows his denim. When I hear people talk, I go deep into conversations about jeans, I just slide out of the room. But again, these prices were really decent enough for me to say, you know what, I'll take a shot in the dark. And so like I said, these are Johnny O's. They're originally $178. I picked them up for $20. And these have some stretch to it. Their logo is a surfer dude with his surfboard. So I guess it's a surf brand. Last pair was golf, this pair is surfing. I promise you I'm not athletic at all. But these were really, really nice. I love the suede pocket in the back that says Johnny O. I picked these up in a 35 by 34. So the waist is great, but the length is a little long. Nothing that a little tailoring can't fix. And this pair of pants here I got for $10. These are by DKNY. They're a slim fit, ultimate stretch, 36 by 30. I think the original price on these was $79.50. So I picked these up. One of my trips to TJMaxx and Marshall, I drug Joey with me, and I was like, listen, we're going and you're gonna like it. And when we were in there, he saw these, and I was like, I kind of want a pair. And thankfully they had two, and $10, you just kind of can't beat them. And fun fact, back in the day, in the 90s, one of my favorite designers was Donna Karan and DKNY. Moving on to this top here, I was not gonna pick this top up. It kind of gives you like long john material. It's waffled, and it's really nothing to write home about. It's got 3 buttons. It has a white little trim around the collar here. And inside this little detail, the lapel, the flap where the buttons are, it's striped with white stripes. Very basic, nothing too crazy, but I feel like when you pay $13 for it from $68, why the hell not? If you wind up not wearing it or if it rips or whatever, who cares? This top here is, like I said, just like the white short sleeve, textured woven shirt that I showed you. This is the same one in that beige color. I paid $15 for it. This vest right here, I absolutely love. I have another one, which you'll see later in the video, which is where, again, all this started. I paid $16 for this. The original price was $88, I believe. Yes, the original price was $88 for this. And what I love that Tahari and some other brands are probably doing, I love that they're giving you texture and like heft in the front, because it's a spring piece, I think. And then in the back, you don't have that, you know, it's something different. It's lighter, it's cotton, or like a cotton poly blend. So I thought that was really, really nice. And like I said, the color just really works. I feel like this works perfect for the weekend. You're running errands, you're gonna throw on your little dad mom or dad hat and t-shirt, some jeans, some sneaks, and just look really, really chic. I think that this stone color, I'm not sure what color they call this, cement. This cement color is really, really nice. It's a perfect neutral that you can rock with virtually anything. This is another pair of jeans, and what a find, what a find, what a find. These are Rag & Bone. Now, you guys, again, I've heard of Rag & Bone, never really did a deep dive into Rag & Bone. This says Rag & Bone, New York. These are 36 by 30, perfect fit. The stretch is perfect. The color is perfect. I got these for $59.99. The original price is $228. I love the tone. I love the tone stitching that matches the color of the pants. The color is sand. It says RB, or Rag & Bone #2 slim fit. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to wear these. There's some other jeans in this video we're gonna get into that are comfortable too, but these are the top two. How have I not purchased jeans from them before? Oh, I know why, because I'm intimidated by jeans. This piece is an Elite Tahari piece. It's size extra large. I paid full price per TJ Maxx or per Marshalls. I paid $29.99 for it, originally $88. I think they're on clearance now in some stores, but I was not gonna run back and get one, but because I feel like $29.99 was still a great price. But the thing with this top is I got it in an extra large, but it doesn't feel like an extra large. I feel like this is one of those things you can throw on a light, really, really thin hoodie underneath this. I feel like you can layer this. You can zhuzh up the sleeves. It kind of is very similar to what I'm wearing now, although this is a sweater and it has a collar. This is a band collar, and it's a little heavy. It's got two pockets here that snap closed, and the zipper here is like this dark metal, pretty hefty. So I think for $29, it was a really, really great buy. Also by Elite Tahari is this sort of baseball varsity bomber jacket. So nice, you guys. Soft, stretchy material. I love these silver, shiny gunmetal snap close buttons. It was originally $88. I paid $29.99 for it. And I picked it up in a size medium, and it's a good fit. Like, it's a really, really nice fit. I love this a lot. Here's the back of it. And again, it's one of those pieces I could see someone dressing this up in a very sporty, dressy kind of way. Like, I would throw this on with a really, really nice like t-shirt, like a good quality t-shirt, some nice slacks, and a pair of shoes or sneakers or boat shoes or driving shoes. Yeah, I think it's a really, really nice piece. Speaking of an elevated bomber jacket, I have seen these pinstripe bomber jackets before on the internet. I don't know, I can't recall the brand, but this is by Seven for All Mankind. And I used to solely wear Seven jeans like in the early to mid 2000s before I kind of stopped wearing jeans or wearing my own jeans. I saw this and immediately fell in love. It was the navy interior. I don't know if you guys can see that. That navy interior is just stunning. This is a size large, and I paid $22 for it on clearance. Their price was $40, but it's just a nice, what is the material? It feels like it's a linen blend. This is 70% cotton, 30% linen, and the lining is 100% polyester. This thing is nice, like a night out, a date night out, brunch, like running errands on the weekend. Like, this can be worn so many fabulous ways. I really love the navy blue of it all, and I feel like a nice either solid navy look with some tan, like some sneaker, like dressy sneakers to rock with this, that are this color, this sort of sand color. Chef's kiss. And last but not least, you're gonna see this again in this video multiple times. This is a long sleeve cable knit, dare I say, because it's tiny, tiny cables, like rope detail. They're very thin and then like a solid stripe. This is a wool blend, $68 originally. I paid $13. This is like a taupey gray color. I forget what the other colors. We'll get to those that I have. It feels like it might be a little itchy. So I would definitely wear something underneath it. This is 61% polyester, 20% nylon, 8% wool only, and 5% spandex. So this is not, the quality index on this does drop a great deal, but it's nice nonetheless. And I do want to say about the quality of these pieces. A lot of these pieces are poly blends, you know, viscose, and I know a lot of people have things to say about, you know, buy sustainable, but a lot of us still run to Zara, and most of Zara's things are polyester and stuff like that. So, and we can, as we know, get things from Zara for dirt cheap as well, but I'm just like, for the low, not saying that I don't care about the environment, but I don't know. They were good prices, and I could not leave them in the store. Moving on to this rack here. This is one of my favorite pieces in this entire haul. This is this short sleeve polo by Elite Tahari. I picked it up in a size large. Original price, $98, $100. And guess who paid $24 for it? This guy. It's thick. I don't want to say it's heavy. Maybe it's a little heavy, but it feels sort of like scuba gear, but it's not. the composition of this has to be like a poly blend. 65% viscose and 35% nylon. And they suggest to hand wash this only. It says viscose blend right here. How silly am I? But I do love this, and I know it's a polo, but this is one of those pieces that I can totally see you dressing this up. Black slacks, black pants, maybe even an overcoat, like a sports coat or a black blazer if you need to. But there's another version of this that you'll see later on in the video, which feels more sporty, but this to me can go either which way. This Tahari piece, I love this color. It's like it's almond. It's an almond sweater. It's very soft. I love that it's ribbed here and sort of has this tonal argyle, like very subtle argyle stitching here on the sides. I picked this up in a size medium. Originally $78. I got it for $16. I really do like this a lot. I think there's 2 more of this same exact piece in this collection, in this haul. And the back is just full ribbed. And I like that it's plain, it's a neutral, very basic, but not at the same time. This piece right here, and let me say this, I used to be a Michael Kors, I used to buy Michael Kors like ready to wear back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, and I just kind of lost weight with them. But this piece right here is like a full, not a full length, it's like a 3/4 length overcoat. It's in this tan color. I will tell you what color this is and the original price. So this was a steal. The color is buff and it's from their Resort Collection 2024. This is a size large. It's a little big for me. I'm gonna have to get a couple alterations, but this was originally $328. I paid $64 on clearance. When I was in that particular Marshall's, I remember I was finding nothing and I was just like, this is a waste. And I went to go turn around and I looked at this and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There's so many things I love about it. I don't know if you guys can see the inside detail. The inside detail has this black piping, tortoise buttons. You see those same tortoise buttons here on the sleeve. And what I really love about it, but I'm also scared about it as well, when you flip that collar up, this is a black sort of quilted stitching, like diamond stitching, leather, synthetic leather collar. Now, I do love this a lot, but I'm also worried. I've heard horror stories about people when they have synthetic leather pieces. I can rock like a faux suede thing and be fine. But this synthetic leather, I've heard horror stories of it pilling and peeling and sticking, and I'm concerned. And part of me, the crazy part of me, looked at this, and for $64, I immediately saw an opportunity to make it my own. And I was like, what if I'm not gonna do it though, because I'm crazy, but I was like, what if I switch this out to real leather, and I low-key really appreciate the black piping in here. And I was like, how do we get some piping out here? Can I trim the pockets with like a little bit of leather? Can I put a black leather belt on here? Or just have the black belt loops and add a belt to this? Really, really went somewhere with this coat. And like I said, for $64, I was just like, I can't leave this here. No matter what happens to this coat, I'm just happy that I have it. And I feel like a lot of these pieces, you guys, I feel like there was a point in this entire couple of weeks of shopping that I did, like massively, where I said, are you just hunting for the deals at this point? Which I was. It was the hunt of it all, which I loved. But I also was like, but these are pieces that I would wear, that I'm going to wear. I'm not like hunting for them and they're just gonna sit. And I actually tried them on in the store. A lot of times I say, I hate trying things on and I'll get it home, and if it doesn't fit, it sits in the closet or I give it away. I actually took the time, went to these stores, hunted for the deals, and then went into the dressing room and tried them on to make sure that they all fit. So kudos to me, progress. Speaking of trying things on, this next piece here by Tahari, it's another one of those waffled sort of tops. It's got some texture to it. It's structured a little bit, and I picked it up for $15, originally $88. I love that it zips down. There's nothing else like this. Like, there's a lot of multiples in this video. in different colors. And I didn't see anything else like this that zipped like this. It's got this gunmetal zipper here in the middle. And the interesting thing, I tried this on because there were tons of these in this color. And I went straight to the large and I looked like I was wearing a muumuu. I went to the medium and I was like, well, what the hell? So this is another piece that I had to pick up in a small. This fits slim, but it doesn't because it has its own structure. As a person who's thicker with curves, as a man, it doesn't accentuate. It's not like a thin polyester shirt where it just lays on everything. This still has its own structure. So I put this on and it made me look slim in a size small, which was ironic. And then I had these wide leg navy pants on with a blue sweater over my shoulder when I tried this on. And I was just like, absolutely, like this is a beautiful piece to dress up or dress down. I can't wait to style this for you guys in a future video because this is a nice piece. As I said, there's multiples in this video. This is like a pinkish blush. What do they call this? Mauve sand, but it kind of gives you pink. Well, I guess, yeah, mauve is pink, salmonish, if you, not salmon, but, and I'm so glad that I picked this up, and I picked up some other things that are coming in the mail from Macy's. They had a huge sale. I got some suit jackets and blazers, sports coats, because I purchased a really, really nice luxury timepiece for myself, and people say that men don't wear pink, and I love wearing pink, and not because I'm a gentleman of a certain persuasion, but I think that men should wear pink. And so when I saw this, I was like, it's perfect. It's gonna speak to the space that I'm in now where I wanna try to tell people, men, wear this color. You will look good in it. If you're tanned, if you're dark skinned, it's a good color. So this is mauve sand. Yes, mauve sand. I did not pick this up on sale like the other one, but I do see this on sale a lot. So if you're in the market for this color, they are on clearance right now at your local TJ Maxx and Marshalls. But $24.99 for this. Again, it's that because this one's darker than this one here, you do get to appreciate more of that ribbed detail and that Argyle-esque kind of detail on the side. So I really am happy to have this. Another piece that came from the beginning of this all. See, I told you guys, yellow sticker. This is by Tahari. It's a long sleeve polo, and these are kind of checkered. The detail on this is sort of like, think about Louis Vuitton Damier Ebene. It's very checkered, like a checkerboard. Something different again from all the pieces I picked up. Nothing else has this design on it. It's from that same like polyester nylon, barely any cotton blend, maybe like 3% wool. So it's a little, you want to think it's soft, but when you wear it, it's a little, you need something on underneath this. But for $6, you can't beat it. And these, one of my favorite finds in this entire thing, these are AG jeans, Adrian Goldschmied. In this tan color, they have some stretch. I love the detail. I love that rustic weathered brown leather patch there. I love the details on the back pockets here. These are called the Everett Slim Straight. Fabric is made in Italy, but Adriana Goldschmied is from Los Angeles, established in 2001. I think I owned only one other pair of AG jeans way back in the day, like mid 2000s. And I wasn't a big fan. But these, I can't even tell you how obsessed I am. I cannot wait to get these altered. These are a size 36, 34. So they're a little big for me in the waist and in length, but that's the beautiful thing about getting things altered. You can buy them a little bit big, and I paid $20 for these. These are originally $198, and I paid $20. So even if I pay $40 or $50 to get them altered to fit me perfectly, I'm still winning, you know? But they're just really, oh, you guys, I'm obsessed. These are so good. Again, I love all the Tahari pieces, but some of the pants and jeans that I found throughout these few weeks of shopping have been top tier, like my absolute fave. Sticking with jeans, again, like I said, I used to only wear 7 jeans. This is a tan brown colored, it does not say what color this is, but this is a denim jacket. And you guys, I have one denim jacket. It's a Gap vintage. I got it brand new in the early 2000s. So it's been like 20 something years. Right now it has my AIDS walk pins all over them because I'm preparing to do the AIDS walk next month. But I've always wanted a black, a stone, like just like jeans. I wanted denim jackets in every color, but it's really, really hard to find good ones. And when I saw this one, I completely lost my mind. I paid $32 for it. I don't know what the original price is because the original tag is just the 7 tag. And again, maybe they're starting to make 7 for All Mankind product for TJ Maxx and Marshalls because that pinstripe bomber jacket did not have an original price on it either. So who knows? Although I feel like this is the real deal. Not saying that when it's made for those stores, it's not the real deal, but you know, the quality is usually different. This feels really, really good. It's a premium denim jacket. I love the color. I love the choice of metal that they use for the buttons, the color, the hue. This is so good. I can't wait to rock it. It's got minimum stretch, but you know, denim jackets usually don't need to have that kind of stretch that jeans do. Also from 7 for All Mankind. When I tell you, once I started like hitting, I was hitting. These pieces were hitting. So this is a 3/4 length coat, not as long as the Michael Kors, but this is a longer coat, like a car coat. It's like that nylon material, perfect for being caught in the rain. This I picked up in a size medium and I paid $39.99 for it. Again, someone told me that they saw one of these on clearance for $20. I wasn't driving all around the world to find it, so I kept the one that I had for $39.99. This one is a perfect size for me. I feel like if I put on 2 pounds, it won't fit. But right now, it's a perfect fit. It's very lightweight. And again, I can see you just throwing this on, headed to the office with a nice shirt and tie and some navy slacks. It has that navy piping on the inside, just like that pinstripe bomber jacket. You guys, obsessed with this. I am so happy that I found this. And again, it's about the piping. Why is everyone doing this piping on the inside? I want to see some of that. I want to see the collar with the blue trim around it. I want to see this with the blue trim around it. The pockets lined with like that blue piping. I don't know. Maybe I missed my calling, or maybe I'm way off and they did what they were supposed to because that's what the market calls for. Next is this zip up by Tahari. It's kind of like a herringbone print. It's just really, really basic. It's like this tan color, taupe-ish. It has a faux suede lining here where the zipper is. I picked this up in a size large. I paid $16 for it, originally $68. Again, this is just a very basic, you know, jeans, weekend, dad hat, what have you. Moving on to another awesome find. This is a Ted Baker linen short sleeve shirt. And this is the color sage. No, it's just called plain green. At any rate, I picked this up. This was originally $150 and I paid $20. This is such a good top, you guys. I really wish I found this in other colors. When I picked this up, I did not know, I've never purchased Ted Baker before. I didn't know my size, and this was a size 5. They had a lot of size 7s and 6s, which apparently are like extra large or double XL. And so when I had this in my arm and I was like Googling the sizes of Ted Baker at the cash register, there was a Jamaican guy next to me and he was really nice, but he was kind of like in my business. And he's like, "You looking for the sizing?" He was like, "That's a 5." And he was like, "I wear Ted Baker a lot." And he was like, "You know, you seem to be about a 4 or 5, but if you hit the gym, you'll be about a 2 or 3 like me." And I was just like, did he just call me fat? But he also said, "You've got great style, great taste," because he looked at the pieces in my hand. But apparently I'm a size 5 regular. There's another piece or two that I think is also a 5 regular. But I also tried on a size 4 and something and it worked too. So I don't know. But I love this. I love the green. You guys know how I feel about the color green. It's a perfect green. It's like a khaki green. So I love that. And this is another one of those long sleeve polos by Tahari, like that cream one I showed you guys in the beginning of the video. You couldn't really get into the detail of it because it was all one color. This is what color is this? Sage? I keep wanting to call everything sage. Finally, this is called Sage Heather. Originally $78. I paid $16. This is a size medium, as was the other one. I believe. Yes, it was a medium. But I love the green, and you can really appreciate the contrast here with the solid green collar and the green and white sort of like diamond pattern. 2 buttons, very nice, very simple. And I love that the lower band on the bottom also is just like the collar and the edge of the sleeves. So when we were in the Outer Banks, in that video, if you guys remember, I picked up a pair of jeans and I said, what is Industry? I've never heard of Industry, but these jeans feel so amazing. I mean, premium. So I got those. I wound up giving them to Joey that weekend because it was like Valentine's Day and I brought him like a few pieces of clothing. So I added that into like his Valentine's Day gift. And I was like, I really wish I kept those for myself. On another trip, I came across these. I believe that Joey's were $8. These were $20. Originally, these were $88, but you guys, I don't care. These are so good. We got the same size. He had to get his altered. I'm gonna have to get mine altered. We took them to our lovely tailor in town, and they're just phenomenal. A little pricey, but worth it because they do really, really good work. So I got these. I love the dark green. Again, you guys know how I feel about green. And the reason why I wouldn't wear certain jeans that he has, if they get altered, he's a shorter king than I am. So if he gets them all, once he gets something altered and like cut shorter, I'm out. Because I'm like 5'8", he's like 5'6", 5'7". So once he gets them altered and I have a butt, man down, I can't do it. So I'm glad that I got these and I'm able to get them altered to fit me. And then look what we have here. I did not know that Marshalls and TJ Maxx have Zara pieces. So this is a Zara top. I paid $10 for it. God only knows how much it cost originally, but I can't expect it. I can't imagine that it cost a lot of money. But we are all going to St. Lucia on a vacation, but I'm also going to Colombia, Cartagena, with my girl Asia for her birthday. So I picked this up and immediately thought of one of those 2 vacations. Which one it's gonna make it to, I don't know, but I thought the color was cute. I thought that the zigzag, you know, that, I don't wanna say Aztec print, but whatever this tribal print is, I thought it was really, really nice. And I picked it up in a size medium. I don't even know what style this shirt is, I forget. But they usually are a little bit boxier, they're made larger, so the size medium fits me really, really nice. Okay, moving on to this section. This is a beautiful piece that I picked up from TJ Maxx, I apologize. I paid full price for it, $24.99, originally $88, and I forgot to tell you guys that I also had it in the beige color, but it was in the room on the floor. So I picked these 2 up, and there is also another one. This was from TJ Maxx. This one was from Marshalls, and they both were $24.99. And I do hear that these are currently on clearance as well. But what I love about this piece is it kind of gives you like Missoni vibes. If you guys know, if you know, you know. I love Missoni, and I love the texture of it. I feel like it gets a little lost in this one, but it's still nice nonetheless. But in this color, it really just pops, and it's my absolute favorite. I picked both of these up in a size large, and I just think that they're really, really beautiful pieces. And again, it's something that I could see you wearing casually, not really dressed up, but I could see like a blazer with this for sure. Shorts, pants, jeans. This is the last of that long sleeve, I think. I think this is just the last one that I have in this style. This is the long sleeve polo with the ribbed midsection and arms, as well as this faux sort of argyle stitching. I do love this color a lot. It's like a sea green. They call it stone blue. I don't find this to be a stone color. Maybe like no, I see this as more as like a sea or aqua, sea green. But at any rate, they call it stone blue. We're gonna rock with it. This was $78. I did not get this one on clearance. I paid $24.99 for it. Here is another repeat, just like that beige sort of long john. I'm not doing it justice by saying it's long john feeling. It's waffled and it's not as tight as a thermal or a long john. So please don't pay me any mind. But it is waffled. It has the white trim around the collar. I paid $13 for this one, originally $68. So again, this is getting into more of like what spring is about. These pastels, light blues, stone blue, which I think is sea green. And finally, another polo that's not like anything else in this video. This is just a really, really nice, let's see what color they call this. I'm gonna say it's light blue, denim blue. Steel blue and ivory. So this is a steel blue color top. I love the white detail here on the inside here. Just a really, really nice, simple polo to add to the rotation for the season. Another repeat. Remember I showed you guys that other one that had the black and like the taupe color or like light pink? This is dark navy combo white and blue. I love this one so much. This one gives sporty spice all day. I look at this and I just think tennis. I think tennis shorts, I think a visor, or maybe not. Maybe I could see it on a yacht with like some nice white shorts and maybe like a Dior visor in blue. I don't know. I like this a lot. I love the other one. I got this one for $24. This is a size large, as is the other one. And Tahari really, really did their thing. I'm sorry, like all these pieces that I'm finding by Tahari and Tahari are really making my heart sing. This is another Tahari piece, just like, let's see. We've seen this in beige and sage green. Yes, this is the blue variant. This is called Indigo Heather. And same thing, blue collar, blue banded wrist and waist. And you really can see the texture, not as much as the green, but this is a nice addition. Another Ted Baker banger. This is this short sleeve floral print in the color, we're gonna say lilac. Yes, it's lilac geofloral. So it looks like a sunflower, but the circles are like the inner circle is a little wider, but I love this a lot. This is again a size 5 regular. Originally $150 and I paid $20. This is just really, really good quality, you guys. And again, this is one of those pieces that I know for sure was not made for TJ Maxx or Marshalls. This just made its way there, discounted, and I am so happy to have it. And this is not like something I would usually wear. So when I tried it on, I was like, look at that. Maybe I am a Ted Baker guy after all. Oh no, we have this in gray. I just showed this to you in the blue, and we saw the heather. I knew I had 4 of them. This is the light gray version of that long sleeve polo with the line here and the solid collar, wrist, and waistbands. Now this one we haven't seen before. Yeah, we haven't seen this one before. This is again another long sleeve polo in that poly nylon wool blend. But this one, the pattern is going diagonal. Some of them have the cable and a solid stripe. This one is going in a diagonal, thin cable pattern, if you will, dark black buttons. I paid $16 for it, originally $68. This, to me, these like 3/4 length zip ups are like the quintessential soccer dad, lacrosse dad, sports dad uniform. I don't know, there's something about it. I see these and I'm just like, I'm gonna be living my best suburban life with my SUV, pulling up to lacrosse games on the weekends. I don't know, I like this a lot. And it's simple. These are all, again, about basics. I paid $16 for it and it was originally $68. These, oh my gosh. When I saw these jeans, I lost it. These are Ralph Lauren. They're the Varick Slim Straight jean. I got these in a 36-30. They have stretch to them. They're a perfect fit. Originally $115. I paid $32 for them. I do love the little black polo label there. They're not polo black label, but the label of these jeans on the inside is black and it has the black leather patch there on the back. These are really, really nice. I love these a lot. You guys will see another pair of these later on in the video. Now these jeans I am obsessed with, okay? I have heard of Paige denim. I've seen the advertisements everywhere. But again, being super, super intimidated by the world of denim, I just never pulled the trigger. But finding these for $39.99, These are the Lennox Slim, Lennox Cage, size 36. I think they're a 34. They're a little long. I have to get these tailored. But the navy contrast stitching, the color of these, the feel of these, the stretch of these, and to get them for what did I say? $39.99 when they're originally like I think $200. Premium denim, you guys. I cannot wait to get these altered and to start wearing them because I would sleep in these. They're that comfortable. They've got a little like, maybe it's an actual stain, but it looks like there's like some oil stains on it, like here and here to kind of give it like a little distressed look. I don't know, but prepare to be sick of me. Another repeat. This is that cable knit, like thin roped cable knit with a striped solid pattern. Blue, I paid $10 for it. I couldn't leave it for $10. This color is Stonewash. Like the color of a pair of jeans, Stonewash jeans. Really, really nice. Again, it's that material that might be a little itchy. You should have something on underneath it. And these jeans, I was very, very shocked at these jeans, at how much I love them. I don't know who Mark Law is. Actually, I Googled him, and Mark Law was a designer for some clothing line. I will leave it here. And when I saw these jeans, I was like, I don't care who Mark Law is. I was like, the color. I love that the rivets and the button, the rivets are like a matte blue that match the color of the pants, of the jeans. And the button here is sort of like, it's probably like a rubber overlay of an actual button. I was just like, hello, like really, really nice. I got them for $16 and they fit like a glove. And I said, I don't care who Mark is. I don't see his clothes in other stores. This stretch is like out of this world. But I was like, I have to get these. I love the hue of them and they were different from anything I have in this video, so these definitely had to come with me. And this Tahari polo, just like the beige version I showed you guys earlier, it's just a simple polo. I got it for $16.99, originally $68. I did not even, I hear that these again are on clearance right now. I don't care, for $16, you cannot beat that. And I love this color. It's a very, very nice color that I could see, again, just like the cream version, I could see you wearing this with a pair of slacks and some dress shoes and a nice belt and calling it a day. And this pair of jeans here, these are page denim also. These are not like the other pair. They're not as soft, they're not as stretchy, they don't feel as luxurious, but my spidey senses are telling me that this is where the real good denim lies. These were not $39.99 like the other ones. These were $59.99, and this is the Federal Cottoner jean, and these are in a size 36. I think, again, they're long. I'm gonna have to get them altered, but I feel like I would get respect in the denim community. I feel like somebody who's into denim would be like, you did your big one with those. These are good jeans, so they feel sturdy. Like the other ones, like, they're soft, they're stretchy, they feel like, you know, luxurious. This, I feel like denim is not about being luxurious. I feel like denim is about structure and quality and stitching and durability. Do you know what I'm saying? Those stretchy ones might rip. If I'm being honest, as I feel this, after those other ones might rip. However, for the price I paid, who cares? Okay guys, we have finally made it to the final stretch of this video. Let's just plow right through it. So this piece here I picked up in the Outer Banks. It is a heavier 3/4 zip long sleeve sweater by Tahari. This was originally $78. This is the piece that when I got to the register, I had all those yellow tag items, and I could see that this was marked at $24.99. And she said to me, I don't know the price. How does $3 sound? And I was like, $3 sounds like a deal to me. So she gave this to me for $3, and I do love this so much. I love the brown zipper here. I love, this one zips down a little bit further than the others. I like that a lot. And this is heavy. This is not, I don't think it's gonna be an itchy wear. I think it's it's not soft, but I don't feel like it's gonna be itchy. But I do like this a lot. This is, I think, like a poly blend also, but really, really happy to have scored that. This piece is very similar to the lighter gray version where the cable knit or the thin cable knit or the design sort of goes in a diagonal. So I really, really do like this a lot. I love that it's darker, it's moodier, much like the beige variant and that teal sea green variant. This is a Elite Tahari top. $24.99, originally $88. This is the navy and white version. I love navy and white. It's very nautical. I could see this in so many different situations. Dress pants, you know, shorts, jeans, a beautiful top. This one, I don't know, and this color doesn't really give me Missoni vibes, like that like sea green color, but it's a beautiful design nonetheless. Again, the bottom has that solid stripe, as does the collar, lapel, and the sleeves. Another repeat, just like the white one and the beige. This is that knitted front polo with the solid back. It's a very handsome top. Elite Tahari, size small. I paid $15 for this one. I can't remember what I paid for the other two, but I think it was like $15 or $16. This long sleeve polo in blue. What color blue do they call this one? I love figuring out their colors. This is just navy. It is more of like it's not cobalt, it's not royal. I guess it is a navy. I do not have anything like this in this video, but this is closest to that beige and that gray short sleeve polo with the 3 buttons. This feels very similar to that, but there's no buttons and it's just a very simple, solid top that you can wear in any situation. Also another repeat. Remember when I showed you guys those 2 beige sweaters and I said one was cable knit, one had like a zigzag design? This is the navy version of that. And this was $20, originally $78. And this, again, just like the other two, it's a really, really nice top. And I feel like this is definitely more on the warmer spring days or evenings or mornings kind of situation. This piece I picked up in the Outer Banks. I don't want to say it's an overcoat. It's a navy cardigan. It's a cardigan without like a shawl top. It has a band collar. You can zip it this way or from the bottom. It does have pockets here on the side. Much like that beige zip up I showed you guys earlier that had the 2 pockets here. This I could see you wearing a very, very thin hoodie underneath it, a t-shirt. You can throw this over like a dress shirt if you need to. It's a little on the heavier side. I think just how it's constructed, like how dense the fabric is, it's heavier than that, and it's nice. Entering in the soccer dad era again. This is one of those zip up tops. This one is like that same waffled material, but it's a little lighter. Like I feel like when I hold up to the light, I can see through the material. Really nice waffled material. I paid $16 for it, originally $78. With this one, I do love the contrast stitch on the top, and you can also see that mimicked in the inside collar. Just a little different. Finally, we have some Club Monaco. Fun fact, back in the day, I used to wear, my entire closet was Club Monaco. In my early 20s, I stayed in that Broadway store on Broadway in Manhattan, in Soho. I stayed in that store. I lived in that store. And everything I had, head to toe, was always Club Monaco. Have not purchased Club Monaco in ages, probably like 15 plus years. And to see that they had Club Monaco pieces in Marshall's, I had to look at the tag, this one was Marshall's. To see that they had Club Monaco pieces, I was really, really excited. Much like I was excited to see the Zara pieces in there as well. So this one does have a double-lined trim on the sleeve, solid white collar with the blue, very subtle thin blue stripe at the edge. And then here it's solid white as well, also on the pocket there. It's just, again, some of these pieces are just basics, but it's the tiny little subtle things that elevate it a little bit. I could just see this in a plethora of different looks, and I paid $39.99 for it. The original price was $79. I do not think, again, that this is one of those pieces that was made for TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think that this is just a Club Monaco piece that made it there, and it feels like really, really good quality. It just makes me miss like the old school Club Monaco. Love it. Okay, these pants, I think I mentioned these to you earlier about that beige woven zip up top by Tahari, Ili Tahari. And I tried these on with it. These are Ralph Lauren. I paid $39 for them. They are originally $245. They're a linen blend pleated front pant. They're large, 36 by 34. Now, the way that they're constructed, they kind of come up a little bit. That's how like the pleated pants are, how these are made. And so they kind of come in up top and flare out. And as much as I am going to get them tapered, I'm gonna kind of leave them wide at the bottom. I like that it kind of gives me a little bit of shape, if you will. Like it brings my waist in and then it flares out on the bottom, but not bell bottoms, if that makes any sense. When you look at them, they have sort of this like herringbone pattern, but it's color on color. It's like navy on navy. So you can't really see it unless you're super up close. The texture is nice. They're hefty, but they're still a linen blend. I think they're really, really nice. These jeans here are very similar to, like I showed you guys, the gray jeans, the Varick Slim Straight jeans by Polo Ralph Lauren. Perfect fit, 36 by 30. I paid $32 for these also. It says sport finish, high-tech fibers, active flex and recovery. They don't stretch a lot. I like the finish of these. They're a bit of a stone wash, but it still is a black jean at the same time. These jeans I picked up while in the Outer Banks. And I feel like I've almost said in the earlier days, because this was the beginning of this crazy, massive haul. These are Tahari jeans. I paid $19.99 for them. They were originally $79. And they've got really, really good stretch to them. It says seriously soft, premium viscose. There's that viscose again. Viscose denim, comfort stretch, slim fit. These are a 34 by 30 and they're a perfect fit. And like I said, the stretch on these is really, really good. I can go to brunch, and if my waist expands a little bit, these are fine. Also from earlier in this entire shopping experience, this was from that very first Marshall's run in the Outer Banks. I got this Tahari vest for $6. There's the yellow tag. The tan one is really nice, right? And so is this one, but I think that in black, it just makes it a little sleeker. It elevates the look. You get to really appreciate the shiny hardware on it. And again, the back is just simple, solid. Now, I will say, looking at the build of this, the quality, there is loose threads and stuff like that. So again, I feel like pieces like this, I can't see Tahari themselves putting this out for their main brand, but I feel like if they made a line for Marshalls, which I think a lot of this stuff is, they're like, all right, throw our tag on it and call it a day. Now, I'll tell you who did not do that. And that is Ted Baker. This is a black t-shirt that I picked up for $16. And you guys, this was originally $105. This is a woven sort of texture. I always want to buy premium t-shirts, but I just feel like I can't justify spending hundreds of dollars on a premium t-shirt. Like, I would love a nice t-shirt. I just don't think that they're worth that kind of money. So to find this for $16, I can definitely do. It's super comfortable, and like I said, those button-up Ted Baker shirts, I got in a size 5, and they were a regular. This doesn't say regular, slim, whatever, but it's a size 4, and it fits me perfectly. Here's another Club Monaco polo. What allowed me to purchase this one, in addition to the navy one, was that the trim is different. This one only has one stripe around the sleeve. Instead of it being solid white here, it has an outline there, and it has the same trim there. But I really do like this, and this one does not have a pocket like the blue one. So when you look at the difference between the two, I'm just like, okay, it makes sense. They're both dark, yes, but they're both a completely different vibe. So I was really, really excited to see that they had this one as well. Now this top here, it has this design that you really can't see unless you're in the light, and it's like a checkered pattern. And the brand is Bugatti, I don't know. It's Bugatti. I have seen this brand in like Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus. Never really looked too much into the brand, but when I saw this for $26, it's a comfort stretch dress shirt. And I tried it on and I was like, this will be nice for like a night out, date night. Joseph and I are gonna try to like go out more, like, you know, maybe to like bars, restaurants, not like fancy, but like, you know, where there's music playing and we can sit at the bar and have a drink and some light fare. I thought that this was really, really nice for that with one of these pair of black jeans, you know, roll the sleeves up, A couple buttons open, feeling a little razzle-dazzly. I thought this was nice. I got it for $26. The original price of this was $179. So I looked at this brand after I purchased it, and like the quality of their things are really, really nice. So I definitely am going to be interested in looking for more pieces from this brand, even if not at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Definitely when I see it in the store, I'm gonna pay more attention to it, and like, you know, Neiman Marcus or Saks. I got it in a size 16, 34-35 length. I'm usually a 33 length. So again, this will be something that I just like roll the sleeves up, throw it on with some slacks and go. Another Ted Baker find. This is nothing to write home about. This is just a V-neck sweater. It's really basic. However, the price originally was not basic. This goes for $195, $200, and I paid $24. Now, I will say this does not seem premium. It does not feel premium. I would have never paid $200 for this. Some of the other Ted Baker pieces, maybe I would have paid a little bit more for. But this, I would have never paid $200 for. I feel like I picked up pieces at Zara, and even some of these Tahari pieces in this video, I feel like they're better quality than this. But we all need a basic black sweater in our wardrobe. And the last sweater, this is one of the original sweaters I got in the Outer Banks. This is a cable knit sweater I got for $4 from 78. There is the yellow tag. And in that video, you guys may remember me saying that there was a little snag here of it didn't snap. So there's not a hole. It's just that the cable knit, the threading snagged a little bit. And there is a TikTok video that I saw of someone saying, oh, if you take it to your seamstress or a tailor, they can pull the thread in so it's not pulled on the outside, it'll be on the inside. So I spoke to my tailor about it. She told me to bring it in and she'll take a look at it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And finally, you guys, industry has really surprised me, okay? From those green jeans that I got for myself and Joey to this leather biker jacket. I feel like biker jackets should be staples in everyone's wardrobe because I've worn biker jackets with a white shirt and a tie, a black tie. I wore them with t-shirts and ripped up jeans and like oily looking boots, very biker-like. I've worn it in so many situations. For anybody, it's like a little black dress or like a pair of black pants or a black shirt or a white dress shirt. I feel like everyone needs this. And I have a green suede moto jacket and I have like a cinnamon color moto jacket. One's by Scotch and Soda, and I think the other one's by Blank NYC. I've always wanted another black one because the Calvin Klein mock croc that I got from Century 21 years ago, I keep calling it Calvin Klein. It was Versace, and it was originally like $100. I got it for like $200 or $300 at Century 21. I outgrew it a little bit. I think I wore it in my video on this channel for my video for my Louis Vuitton 1.1 millionaire sunglasses, but I have not gotten that small again. So I've been on the hunt, like low key in the back of my mind, like if I find a good one, it's like a denim jacket. If I find a good denim jacket, which again, thankfully I found that 7 for All Mankind one earlier in this video, but I never thought that I would find the perfect black motorcycle jacket. And you guys, this is it. This was originally, wait for it, $598. I paid $99 for this thing. And it fits me perfectly. I'm a little hard on myself sometimes, and it's a size medium. As you can see, I can't do this full zip up thing, but I feel like I've never seen anybody with like their motorcycle jacket zipped all the way up. And like otherwise it fits perfectly. If I lose maybe 5 to 8 pounds, I can probably do that. But either way, I've never, even if that was the look, I would never walk around with my motorcycle jacket zipped up like that. But I just think it's a really, really lovely jacket. The leather is top tier. I am thankful for Marshalls and TJ Maxx for introducing me to brands like Industry, allowing me to dip into the world of denim like Paige Denim and Rag & Bone, allowing me to explore Ted Baker, which I've always seen, but was like, that's really not my brand. That Bugtachi brand. I am just over the moon with this entire haul. And if you made it to the end, I'm over the moon with you. I love and appreciate you guys so much for watching. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite pieces were. Let me know what you were eating or drinking during this video, because you probably needed to drink something or eat something to make it through this video. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.